How's it going, everybody? I got a video for you today. Well, it's kind of a re-recording of a video, one that I did yesterday. I'm deleting my account, my baby account. That may not seem like a big thing to a lot of you, but it kind of is because I think this account was something special. I really do. I had a lot of fun playing with it up until very recently, where something just hit me like a ton of bricks, and I wanted to talk about that today because I think it might resonate with a lot of you guys as well. Quickly, let's just dive in on what this account is like, so you know it's not just a frivolous thing. It's not that I didn't put any effort or any work into this. Like, this account has Odin unlocked. I could have had Big Boy Odin by now. You see I have him unlocked here. I've been doing this for 26 days. I've only done 7 attacks. There's 19 days where I just didn't do anything here, and I've just been hitting sim. I've not really been playing it out because, well, there was just a lot going on, a little bit too much. I've been playing the account for 360 days now. I think there's 2 extra days on it just from when I've been trying to make this video. And we did something really special. We started a new alliance. We climbed all the way up to Orcus. The highest difficulty of Orcus was Orcus 2 difficulty 3 or whatever it is. The new Spotlight raid came out. We're doing Spotlight difficulty 1 right now, pushing the guys to do Spotlight difficulty 2. Even though the rewards, the daily rewards, aren't vastly different, doing the highest difficulty of raids, I think, is a point of pride, I guess, and it helps you with your season rewards. And I don't know, I just think that's important. Arena, I've been rank 1 in Arena. I haven't played for many days, so yeah, rank 18 now. I'm kind of surprised it's still that high, to be honest with you. The account's been a really good spot. I mean, it was 60 million TCP, very, very focused roster. So when I have a character, they're maxed out to Crimson Gear. I have a lot of stuff that I could upgrade. I guess I just haven't for whatever reason, but like in a really good spot. And I could have been farming these characters for a while. You see, Gora's already done. Thanos easily could have been done if I was actually active on the account still. I guess, I don't know, is Nimrod in the War Store or something now? So I could have been farming these characters. My point is that this is an account that a lot of people would actually covet and they'd have a lot of fun with. So why am I deleting it? 3 big reasons. There's way too much to micromanage in the game right now. If we go over just to the website now, this is on my main account, so I've actually already claimed some of this stuff, but coming in to claim like 14 free claims every single day, and then making sure you go over to your milestones and you have to claim your daily web reward or you risk not finishing the pass, and you got to make sure you're collecting all this, whatever this one is, and the weekly thing that you need to collect because it feeds into another event. And then let's talk about events. Oh my god, let's talk about events. It used to be we get like 3 events a month kind of thing, and they all kind of varied in the player input time. Now every single week has at least one main big event that you got to keep track of, right? So spend campaign energy and earn lucky coins. I guess this is Miss Marvel. This is an unlock for Miss Marvel. That's pretty cool. I have no idea what the event conversion math is like. I skipped that video, unfortunately, with Deadpool this week. We couldn't link up. We also have a battle in raids going on. This is an alliance event. We have weekly alliance events now. We have a daily campaign energy for Emma Frost. So this was, I guess, her free-to-play release, right? We've been getting those pity orbs the whole time. Here's another pity orb system for the absolute A-Force. We had another event for Shadow King. This is kind of a specialty event. You know, there's a store where we can get higher stars. All the regular events, and I mean, there was the Groot event. There's just so much going on, so much to keep track of at all times, especially on 2 accounts. It just becomes untenable to the highest degree. And that doesn't include, and I'm not going to include it, like war counters and crucible counters, because that's the gameplay stuff. But there's a lot of like tactical knowledge, especially for war counters, that you need to know when you're doing those game modes. There's a lot of micromanaging, and the reason I'm not including that in my reasons why I'm deleting this account is I think that's a good thing, right? That's fun, that's strategy. Our PvP modes, although I may be struggling with them a lot right now, and I think that's an interest-based issue, not a knowledge-based issue, I think they're actually in a pretty decent spot. I think that Own Illuminati is the outlier, where that is a very game damaging team that a solution needs to come out. They need to come up with a solution that doesn't break the game even further, kind of thing. Otherwise, I think the game's looking pretty good. Looks like we're gonna maybe either be getting more Crucible rules at the higher levels or less Crucible rules at the lower levels. Not sure how that's gonna go. But that means either more rules or less rules, which would be less confusing for newer players, whatever the case would be. It sounds like they're doing some pretty interesting things there. The war rules, which I can't even get in right now, doing things for like Night Stalkers and Astral, and that switching over more often, I think is kind of interesting. Now, it's a turtle meta right now, and everybody hates turtle meta, and it's been the turtle meta for a hot minute. Not everybody hates turtle meta. People who win with turtle meta love it. But it's causing a lot of burnout. I don't want to talk about that, because I think that is, like, there's two pools of players, so I don't want to include that in this video. But what I do want to include is stale content. So raids. Raids are supposed to be stale, so I won't belabor at this point too much, but, like, once you're in a raid and you have the team needed at whatever the restriction needed to get in there, pretty boring stuff, right? It's just you sim it, and then once every 4 weeks you lose, and you say, why did I lose? Scopely's cheating again, and then you just start simming again, and nothing's wrong, right? The spotlight raids coming out. This is kind of a new thing. So when we get to difficulty 2, they're now requiring a pretty premium resource that is not readily available and is still used for a lot of players for the Odin hunt. I thought this was a big overstep. Like, if it was just level 1, okay, but anyway, I assume that once we have Hercules, this is also just going to be like the last spotlight raid, where we just sim through it, and it's a raid. We should. It's daily content. You don't want your daily content, PvE content, to all of a sudden be taking up an hour, and then War takes up an hour, and Crucible takes up an hour, and then whenever Battle World runs, that's gonna take up an hour. Like, that's not what you want, right? So I'm okay with the raids being pretty stale. Arena's always stale. One of the reasons I hate the arena so much is because once the meta gets established, it's like that for about 6 months until some sort of game-breaking character like Old Man Logan gets released, which obviously now we've had Annihilators who broke Old Man Logan, but until we get seismic shifts like that, which shift the landscape everywhere, arena gets super stale, right? And also there's arena groups, cabals, that kind of ruin the arena experience for other players. It's just the way it is. That'll lead us to the events to talk about. Frozen Dimension. I think the Frozen Dimension, which I can't even get to anymore, it had promise, and then somebody at Scopely wants Scopely to burn. That's all I'm going to say. Because if the nodes were just the nodes, and they didn't, oh my god, it's so wild. They put war rules in there, and at no point in no blog, not even after the community realized it and started calling them out, not after it was data mined, which they never confirm data mines, but when it's live, confirm it then. War rules? What? Tell us these things. How is that not communicated? 100% speed bar on enemies? Why? That's not fun. I know why. It's just how the absolute A-Force team during the holiday season. You could have beat it with Orcus. I did beat it with the majority Orcus on my only account. But I had other characters I could bring in there, like Goblin and Guardian and a bunch of established characters, right? Because that's a super endgame account that I spent money on when Purple ISO first came out, so I had a nice little stockpile. That's something I was able to do. I still didn't have fun doing it. So Frozen Dimension was a big failure, but I think it showed a willingness for Scopely, and a lot of you are not going to like this, and you're going to leave comments, and that's fine. Scopely to make PvE flash events that are not like raids, where it's have tag, meet requirements, hit sim. I hate those events. I know a lot of people hate those events. I, like everybody else, like getting rewards, but I want to actually play the game as well. All right, so it showed me, and although Frozen Dimension was an absolute structural failure, they know that we don't want to just be simming things anymore. So that's kind of the silver lining. Temporal Cataclysm. A lot of people hated that because there was no rewards, but it was like a scourge. There was a bunch of rules, interesting nodes, some new nodes. We didn't get any new nodes on Winter's Peak, which we'll talk about, but we had new nodes in Temporal Cataclysm. That was kind of a fun problem to solve. And it only had vanity rewards, which I was kind of into. I like that it was just vanity because if it's such hard content that like a small amount of people can do it, but it satiates those people. So say something like Winter's Peak, which got no touch-ups, right? Now people who couldn't clear Winter's Peak before, clear Winter's Peak, they can do it a lot easier because we have the new meta stats now. Well, the other people who were, clearing the last level 10 times, Winter's Peak is now all of a sudden not so stale and boring because we get to use new characters, but also because we just got to sink our teeth in Temporal Cataclysm. So we had our fun. So, like, you need to find the fun to give to all the different groups. And if One group can only get luxury things. That would be the highest end group. Only gets, luxury cosmetic stuff. That's fine. But make sure everybody's having fun, whether it be doing content that they have now caught up to, doing content that they're reaching ahead, they're punching up to do, or doing content that just has rewards and they're hitting the sim button. Like, find the content for everybody. They have not been doing that, right? Winter was a big miss. I think there was a lot of silver linings to the winter events that they can learn from that, merge certain things together, get a difficulty slider going, and I think then you're good to go, right? Otherwise, though, very stale content. Very, very stale. I'm saying that they could do this, but I don't know if I have the faith that they will do this. And that leads me to my third thing. Daily rewards. I do not feel rewarded for logging in daily. I used to on this account. I used to love whenever a raid finished. I used to love whenever a war finished, whenever a crucible finished, because I'd be able to go to the store and I'd be able to buy these great things. Now this account is a year old. I have 3 million raid credits, 600,000 war credits, 900,000 crucible credits. When I was active on this account, it started you on the gold store. You never bought anything from the gold store. You'd come down here, you'd buy the green stuff, you'd go to the event store, buy the stuff you wanted here, go to the blitz store, you'd buy your energy you wanted here, you jump all the way over to the promo store, come down, be like, oh, I can't afford any of this, why am I here? You go to the ultimate store, oh, there's no new characters, let's go check the Battle World store, oh, there's a new character, let's buy it. Now you might notice some of these things have already been bought. I'm not playing this account at all. I've just recorded this video 3 times and I keep getting saltier and saltier, so I'm trying to be more measured. There's one exception to this, and that's the arena store. It's not for all players. It's for players that started before they started, crunching down on the training materials or requiring so much training materials that, you hadn't had time to make a stockpile. On this account, and I know a lot of mid-game players, they log in every single store reset and they're excited for this because it's going to let them get an extra level on one of their characters. When I was active on this account, I only hovered between like 20 and 10,000 arena credits. First of all, I was in the top 10 every single payout, but it's because I was buying this stuff every payout so that I could level up my characters and it felt good. Scopely needs to find a way to do that for all the stores, in my opinion. Let me know if you disagree. This is my biggest issue and why I could not stomach doing this account anymore. I was not excited for a raid payout because, well, they don't update this elite store fast enough. They got 300,000 of it. The characters in here, and they will never be able to get the characters cycled in here fast enough to keep up with our raid currency. We're getting nearly 40,000 for an Orcus normal difficulty clear. That doesn't include the node clears. 10 shards cost 3,000. They kind of made a mistake with the economy here. Now, I know a lot of you are going to hate me for saying that. I just feel like I want to be able to buy something that excites me every single payout. And I used to get it from these teal pieces, right? Why aren't crimson pieces in here yet? You put crimson pieces in here and throw them in for like, I don't know, 25,000 pieces, 25,000 raid credits or whatever. You know what I mean? Let me spend this and then be excited. Oh, a raid just sent it. I can come buy crimson pieces. But that's going to get just like teal gear. It's going to get old fast. You know what wouldn't get old fast? Why can't I spend 40,000 raid credits, a full day's raid currency, on 10 T4s? It would make me excited to come in and get those T4s every single time. Every single time. Well, they can't do it now because people like this account and way more in other accounts have like 15, 20 million raid credits, right? So they would just break things. They might need to do a currency reset. I'm not saying delete your raid currency. I'm saying tell you guys, hey, spend all your raid currency. We're doing a currency reset. We're introducing new things. Like, that's the only way they could really do it without some people just being astronomically ahead from hoarding, which some of you, I know you'll bite my head off. I don't care anymore. It is what it is. Something needs to change for excitement to be brought back in. Same with war. We get gold from the daily war clears. Why can't we buy gold with our war currency? A little bit extra gold. With Cosmic Crucible, I mean, like, this stuff just, you eventually just get so much if you're pushing that you do catch up with characters. I didn't think you would, but you do, and then it's boring. And then these orbs are trash. We don't even have a crimson orb. What is going on? with the stores not being updated? Why can't, whatever the daily payout for Crucible is, why can't you put like 100 DPCs here? And that's enough to get that, right? Or it's enough to buy, you put, I don't know, 50 DPCs here, and the daily currency gives you enough to buy that 50 DPCs, you know, over 4 store resets. Something like that. Something that'll make me not do this when I open up the game. Okay, it starts me here. Let me check this one. Let me buy this thing right here. Okay, let me jump over here. Okay, can't do any of this. Let me go to the Ultimate Store. No new characters. Okay, let me go to this store. That's not fun when you have 12 different stores, so many game modes that feel like they're not rewarding people for their daily play. And that's the problem. I don't feel rewarded for daily play. And with the stale content and with too much micromanaging, it just became too much. The fun was lost. I've tried to delete the account. I've gone through all the steps, which has led me to here. Yeah, so I said no interest in gameplay, and then pay-gated PvE content. It's not no interesting. Oh, I think it was supposed to be no interesting non-pay-gated PvE content. Given a little stab at the spotlight too, right? And they say, you know, the request will be processed within 30 days, but they wanted to verify my identity. And to do that, I needed to send them something, a receipt of my last purchase or something like that. I can't do that. Both of my accounts are attached together. I don't know which is which. I just can't do it because it all goes to the same email. So this account is just going to rot and nothing I can do about that. I was frustrated because I did want to see like an account deleted screen to share with you guys. But I mean, the conspiracy theory, this is how they keep their numbers up, their player number. That's not true. This is how they make sure that somebody can't troll you, get your email, try and delete your account, and then do it without having, you know, done some extra checks. I get it. It is what it is. So that's it. The baby count experiment is done. It's gone. It's not coming back. I'll still be playing the main account, so I'm not like quitting Marvel Strike Force or anything like that. But I will be picking up something else. And you guys let me know if you want me to do it on this channel or on a different channel. And that's going to be the new game. Marvel Mystic Mayhem. I did play the alpha, by the way. I know what this game is all about. And I'm excited to play it again. I can't tell you about the ins and outs yet. I can tomorrow when the beta's open. But I can't right now. What I will say, maybe a little bit dangerously, because you know I'm a dangerous guy. This is not like Marvel Strike Force. Do not expect a turn-based RPG style gameplay here. But it's fun. It's different. It's exciting. And you should definitely come to this website. Pre-register. This is marvelmysticmayhem.com. Pre-register. Watch this trailer. Because it goes unnecessarily hard. And please note, this is the same developers as Marvel Rivals. That does not mean the monetization is going to be the same, right? Marvel Rivals lets you have all the characters for free and you only buy cosmetics. But Marvel Rivals is a PC/console game. Marvel Mystic Mayhem is another mobile game. So I know a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's going to be just like Marvel Rivals. Relax. This is still the mobile industry. Be ready for whatever mobile industry practices you're used to from Marvel Strike Force, from other games, whatever the case may be, and expect that. But this goes hard. It goes so hard. But we've already reacted to this video together, guys, so I'll let you take over from there. If you agree with me, or if you disagree with me, more importantly, let me know in the comment section below on my takes here. If you're a newer player, mid-game player, you haven't experienced this yet, hopefully they'll fix it before you do. Battle World could have fixed it. Honestly, if Battle World was really interesting and it was kind of a never-ending push mode instead of just Raids 2.0 that had interesting gameplay that you could or could not engage with on a daily or weekly, whatever they're going to do, right? Schedule, that could have been good, but unfortunately, well, y'all know what happened. Anyway, have yourselves a wonderful day, guys, and we will talk soon. Stay happy, stay healthy, have fun. I'll talk to you next video. Bye for now.
That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.